Savini tells your phone number? Yeah, I'm doing live. Share it on Facebook.
No, don't share it.
Where's YouTube? I'm not. I'm looking to see if there's a video.
I didn't know that there was a person in that costume. I thought it was a real freaking fraud.
That was the gecko that got in the house last night.
It's an echo. They did really get inside for real. Notice that? Yeah. It's George right there.
Yep.
Is George where close to this paper?
I'm not sure if he was or not.
And down the
How do you paste? How do you paste? It's there.
And that one year when we did baseball for the farm moon, that one guy freaking made me embarrassed.
Right.
Jumped short. Huh?
picture of all the service dogs laying in line with their eyes.
Yeah. Some may have
You can't go inside. Yeah, you can take those down there.
That's a huge dog.
Watch for their family picture. I'm trying to catch it.
What?
Family picture. I'm trying to catch it.
What's that, Justin?
I don't know where he is.
Who?
Gecko.
Gecko? He's probably crawling in our house right now.
No, but maybe still that drink. That's okay. Yeah, be careful.
So, Mom, if Stephen and Michael
There he is, right there. That's it.
Huh?
Did you get it?
What? What? What?
Justin.
If I was in that class, I would get someone and go and figure out what? Huh? Too hot. Huh?
I kind of know like where the good seats are, and I know what I have to do. Just be careful.
Was that in the trailer when
Tag like Joe. Tag Amy. Starting.
We have a lot of brothers and sisters out there in the community that are going through some dark times, and this is a great way to get some light in your life and start seeing some light.
It's the Warrior Games closing ceremonies. It's wounded veterans from all over the world, Australia, UK, Canada, US, and they all competed in adaptive sports this past week in Tampa, and tonight's the closing ceremonies.
I was injured, but my life isn't over. I just needed to tear that page out, that chapter, and start rewriting the new one. These games have given me that opportunity.
And seeing how everybody's working hard, you definitely have that invitation we have because the kid from the side has motivated me and encouraged me.
Somebody who's maybe further down the road and more in your recovery, and that's inspiring. You know, just knowing that you can continue to work, you can get there. And for those that are earlier on, you know, get some encouragement on the day. It's a long journey, but there's light at the end of that, and you're just seeing
I need to boost. I may be a little bit bad, but I'm not broken. None of us are broken. I guess we all have a story, some are
We're doing
similar.
good, Rock G.
What we're doing here in order games, we're trying to
How you doing?
we're writing a new chapter. There are times when I guess a lot of us could have given up. And that's what these games mean.
That's rugby.
be a better version of yourself. Like, I'm not the same man I was yesterday. I'm not the same man I was 2 years ago. And I'll definitely be a new man tomorrow from the experiences that I came.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 DOD Warrior Games closing ceremonies. Approximately 300 wounded, ill, and injured service members and veterans have participated in this year's competition. The athletes represent the United States Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and Special Operations Command. Athletes from the United Kingdom Armed Forces, Australian Defence Force, Canadian Armed Forces, the Armed Forces of the Netherlands, and the Danish Armed Forces have also competed. Teams include active military service members and veterans with upper body, lower body, and spinal cord injuries, traumatic brain injuries, visual impairment, serious illnesses, and post-traumatic stress. They went head-to-head in 14 sports, including archery, cycling, time trial cycling, shooting, sitting volleyball, swimming, track, field, wheelchair basketball, indoor rowing, powerlifting, and for the first time in Warrior Games history, golf, wheelchair tennis, and wheelchair rugby. The Warrior Games were established in 2010 as a way to enhance the recovery and rehabilitation of wounded warriors and expose them to adaptive sports. Sponsored by the U.S. Olympic Committee in Colorado Springs, Colorado, the inaugural Warrior Games hosted approximately 200 wounded, ill, and injured service members. During the following years, the Warrior Game has expanded in size and scope and will continue to grow year after year. We welcome you once again to the 2019 DOD Warrior Games closing ceremony. gentlemen, we ask at this time that you please stand for the presentation of colors by the MacDill Air Force Base Honor Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Denmark. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United Kingdom. And now to perform the national anthem for the United States, please welcome back Captain Luis Avila and Miss Marley Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your host for tonight, Mr. John Stewart.
Give it up one more time for Captain Luis Avila and Marley Michael. And right now, I just want to thank, what an incredible week of competition. I want to thank General Thomas. I want to thank General Clark. I really want to thank Colonel Harbaugh and the city of Tampa. You guys have been incredible. Your tenacity in putting this together, Colonel, has been amazing. But I just want to say one quick thing before we get going. I've been thinking about the types of individuals that I've been seeing here. It's been a tough week back up in New York for us. We lost a great man named Lou Alvarez, who passed away yesterday. Lou was a Marine. Lou was a detective, NYPD detective, bomb squad, and most importantly, Lou Alvarez chose to spend the last couple of weeks of his life fighting to make sure that his brothers and sisters in the 9/11 responder community didn't have to go through the kind of pain and suffering that his family may have had to go through. And it's that type of love of service that I think is also reflected in the athletes that we see here. You know, Lou's legacy is that bill is going to get passed because of Lou Alvarez. But he didn't set out to be a hero. Lou Alvarez, he was just one of those guys, like one of those men and women like you guys are, that believed that if there was going to be something going down, he wanted to be there in front of it to protect and to serve. And when Lou got sick, he had a choice to make. Just like you all had a choice to make. And it wasn't easy, and he didn't choose to be a hero, he didn't choose to stand up. It was a tiny gesture that Lou made. Lou was on Facebook, and he just decided to post one day to his fellow NYPD brothers and sisters to give them a heads up about what he was going through, and to reach out and say, if anybody else out there is going through something like that, let me know. And people started reaching out to him. He formed a community, and he started to tell people, hey man, get screened. If you were down a pile on 9/11, he spent 3 months down there. Get screened, get some help. And he saved some lives just by this Facebook group. And that Facebook group drew the attention of the group that we work with in Washington for 9/11 responders, and he joined our group. And it just grew from there. My point is, you never know. You guys might not think of yourselves as heroes, but you have no idea that the little decisions that you make every day to reach out to each other, to form community, to let other people know what you're going through, you don't know where that's going to go. Lou Alvarez mattered, and you guys matter. And that's the thing. And you don't even know how much yet, but it just continues to grow. And as I watch you all together, the camaraderie, the teamwork, the family that you form, it inspires me, and it reminds me of my friend Lou Alvarez and my friend Ray Pfeiffer and what they fought for. And I will always have your back, and I will always have their backs, because I know that you guys always have my back and your community's back. So thank you very much. Now we're going to get going. We got some great awards. The best part of the games is coming up. It's called Part of the Team. We get that going?
All the others have such a great story.
And every story is different. We're just writing the chapter, we're turning a new page. Everybody ready? No matter where we're from, no matter what we've been through, we're all here to play sports.
I kind of went in this year not expecting anything.
There are no words for it. Very impressive, every athlete here.
I'm overwhelming, but in a good way.
This is so cool. I want to do this. Seeing all the different teams from the different branches and from the different countries.
everybody all together.
That was George.
Presidents win. You come in last, it doesn't matter.
Medals are nice, but the camaraderie is really what's important here.
The support you get from someone you've never met.
It's going to inspire me to do better.
Every single step of the way, my family's been amazing.
You're inspired by the people around you.
The team, my wife, my son, my family motivates me to continue. Hopefully come back next year a little stronger.
Every day something will remind me of one of my buddies that was below my actions. I think of them when I start to retire. For the longest time I couldn't talk about it without breaking down, but now I know that I'm doing all this for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Heart of the Team Awards. The Heart of the Team is an award given to one athlete from each team who best exemplifies the attributes of character, integrity, and sportsmanship. The athlete is selected by members of the team and is committed to their team over individual performance. They have proven to be a positive role model for the other athletes on their team, especially during the events of this past week. Presenting the Heart of the Team Award for the U.S. Army is Army Warrior Care Program Director, Colonel Matthew Saint Laurent, accompanied by Sergeant Major Will Thomas.
He's accompanied by the whole team.
The recipient of the Heart of the Team Award is one of the most motivated and hardest working individuals on the team. He does not let his injuries and disability define who he is. He comes out and gives 110% every day and never complains. He is almost at all events cheering and motivating the team. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Staff Sergeant Matt Lammers. Presenting the Heart of the Team Award for the Marines is Lieutenant General Michael Rocco. He is the Deputy Commandant for Manpower and Reserve Affairs. For the Heart of the Team Award for the Marines was nominated overwhelmingly by Team Marine Corps for his ability to motivate his teammates no matter the circumstances because he exudes both positivity and competitiveness. He not only inspires his teammates, but he sets the example by demonstrating respect for his opponents. He truly exhibits the values which the Warrior Games set to embody. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Gunnery Sergeant Raymond Archer. Presenting the Heart of the Team Award for the Navy is Mr. Ron Downs, Director of the Navy Wounded Warrior Program. The recipient for the Heart of the Team Award for the Navy was a major part of Team Navy's cohesiveness. He always exudes selflessness. Everything he does is for the betterment of the team. He selflessly yielded his position in order to see his teammates succeed. He provided encouragement and guidance to his shipmates, coaches, families, and friends at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Captain Daryl Schaefer, United States Coast Guard. Presenting the Heart of the Team Award for the Air Force is Major General Andrew Todd, Commander, Air Force Personnel Center. The recipient for the Heart of the Team Award for the Air Force showcases Team Air Force's spirit, demonstrating resilience and recovery. He constantly empowers his fellow warriors through positivity, his smile, and stellar sportsmanship. His determination and grit is contagious. Each member of this team is stronger because he's pushed them to be their best, as well as remaining humble. He is a friend, advocate, role model, and competitor, all while wearing his heart on his sleeve and showing us the pride he has for his Ohana. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Chief Master Sergeant Garrett Kuarga. Presenting the Heart of the Team Award for Team Australia is Air Commodore Terry Van Aaron, Australia Air Attaché. Wherever there's a lack of staff or a crisis issue, he has always stepped in to assist. He has always displayed the right attitude and integrity that they expect of their athletes within the Australian Adaptive Sports Program. Wherever they may be short a player for team support, he is always willing to volunteer. While initially a reserve for the 2019 Warrior Games, when the competitor was unable to compete, he immediately accepted the call when they were short a player. The Heart of the Team Award goes to Warrant Officer 2nd Class, Darren Peters. Presenting the Hard Team Award for Canada is Major General Sean Friday, Vice Director, Logistics and Engineering, U.S. Central Command. Despite his own injuries, he is constantly unselfish and upbeat, always putting the team and other ill or injured members before himself. When he wasn't competing, he found cheering or giving teammates a helping hand. He worked tirelessly to inspire national support of Team Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Corporal Nick Kerr. Presenting the Hard Team Award for Denmark is Brigadier General Henrik Larsen, Senior National Representative from Denmark. Person has shown the mindset of a true athlete, keeping focus all along while displaying true camaraderie, even though he struggles with a role in supporting the great team dynamics and keeping spirits high. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner from Team Denmark, Leslie Hansen. Presenting the Heart of the Team Award for the Netherlands, Corporal Robert Vanderholst, Team Captain. This person has demonstrated continuous efforts to help his teammates, not only on the field of battle, but off the field as well. His humor and never-ending enthusiasm help motivate his team to always be their best. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Jago Dumding.
Jago! Presenting the Heart of the Team Award for the United Kingdom is Major General Simon Humphrey, Senior Military Advisor to U.S. Central Command. Rachel Rawson. What? Rachel Rawson.
Who shows determination and courage in exceeding their own expectations. He refuses to be defined by his impairment. His resilience, perseverance, and attitude are an example to all. He has an sense of humor which raises the morale of those around him. He truly embodies the spirit of the Warrior Games. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Flight Sergeant Paul Midge Hartley.
presenting the Heart of the Team Award for Team SOCOM is Commander Clay Pendergrass, Team SOCOM.
There's George right in the middle.
This person is a consummate, selfless, quiet professional. He exemplifies how a special operations forces warrior is supposed to conduct themselves on and off the battlefield. He has proven to be the ultimate competitor, never complains, and constantly steps up to the plate. He has always has encouraging words for his teammates, as well as to the athletes from other teams. He has overcome his injuries, both physical and mental, to represent SOCOM with distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sergeant First Class Brent Ireland.
Yeah!
the heart of the team. That's my favorite part. If you don't love that, I can't help you. That's amazing. We learned a lot of things. We learned you all have great taste in music and that Scandinavia makes gigantic people. All right. I think we're getting a bleed from the control room into the theater. So if you guys want to cut your mics, because I believe Commander Pendergrass would like to say a few words. Please welcome.
Hey folks, I'm Commander Clay Pendergrass, SOCOM Team Commander, Team Captain. I'd like to tell everybody I'm in the 29th year of my 4-year enlistment. I got 3 things I want to say to everybody. The first is my favorite poem by Teddy Roosevelt. It's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. So folks, all all of these are our best men and women. They are each of our country's consummate, selfless, quiet professionals who never have given up, no matter the odds. But most importantly, I also want all of you to understand that the wounds you see are the tip of the iceberg. If you see somebody who's missing a limb or has a scar, I want you to understand the countless surgeries that went behind it. There's some people here who are sitting in this audience who've had over 130 and 140 surgeries. A healer issue. There's an emotional issue. There's a psychological issue. Not just overcoming the wounds you see before you. Their families have taken on that tax. I want everybody to understand that what you see is nothing compared to what they've actually overcome just to be here, just to get in the arena, to show that they're not done, that they're not beaten. They are our country's best. These are my brothers and sisters. So when you see us, we are so grateful to be a part of this nation, the most living nation in the history of the world. Be patient with us. Some of us may be a little short, maybe a little crabby, but we are here for you. We have your back. We are honored to do so. Finally, I'd like to invite the director of this year's Warrior Game, Colonel Harborough, to the stage for just a moment. For the last 5 years, he has put his heart and soul into the care of SOCOM's warriors and their families. He's a personal friend who's taken care of me and my family personally. He is my brother. He's a wounded warrior himself. And this is essentially Colonel Harborough's last day of 41 years of service to his country here in this uniform.
Value for these tickets. This is a heck of a show. Please welcome, I would like to have Brig James Maybury, UK Royal Marines and Senior International Officer at a lot of letters. Come to the stage. Brig, there you are, sir. It's too many letters for me to even try. Don't worry, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that welcome. I will take free applause as much as I can. I must say that, especially because you've not yet heard what I'm about to say. Words have abounded this week to describe the athletes. We've heard resilient, motivated, sacrifice, inspirational, commitment, to list but a few. But unless you've witnessed the athletes in action, these words lack meaning. I've been fortunate enough to watch some of the events this week. I have a very understanding loss. And what has been inspirational to me has been the camaraderie, the friendship, and the banter that has been shared between the teams, service to service, and nation to nation. Proof that sport does bring people together. and it's fantastic who have given the US teams some real support. From those who I've chatted to, they've had a truly wonderful and memorable time, made new friendships and reinforced old ones. I'm sure the international teams will return home, sing the praises of the Warrior Games and its organisation, and to rave about Tampa. Although I think there will be some that will go home who will be less excited about the heat that we've had here this week. Their championing of the Games will hopefully not go unnoticed, and international participation will now continue to grow. For all the athletes, there are unsung heroes and heroines, the coaching staff, the medical support, and most importantly the families, the 24/7, 365 supporters. Many of you have come here this week, so whether you live locally, just the other side of this country, or you've travelled internationally, you all do a tremendous job. All our nations are grateful for the service and commitment you athletes have shown, and hopefully through sport, we're able in some small way to show our gratitude for the sacrifices that you have made. Therefore, on behalf of all the international athletes here, I would like to say thank you, United States, thank you, Department of Defense, thank you, US SOCOM, and thank you, Tampa. All four of you have made this a truly memorable event. But I say my most deserving thank you for you, the athletes, in part, showing us what it means to be resilient, determined. It has been humbling. You truly have made the past 10 days unforgettable and inspirational. Thank you.
Now I believe we have some medals to give out, yes? To the medals.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to announce the Ultimate Champion Awards. To earn the Ultimate Champion title, athletes compete in the respective functional classifications in 8 sporting events. Each service branch is allotted 2 slots. The Ultimate Champion athletes earn points based on their individual results in the events. The Ultimate Champion is the athlete who earned the most points in 8 sporting events. The Bronze Award tonight goes to Staff Sergeant Ross Allewine. In this year's event, we have a tie for silver. Captain Casey Turner and Senior Airman Brett Canfield. Ultimate Champion Award, gold medal.
year goes to Technical Sergeant Shante Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for your Ultimate Champion Award winners?
Ladies and gentlemen, General Richard Clark.
We're gonna go off script for a second. And I'm gonna ask John to come up here and join me. Come on, John, move faster. Let's go. Come on, pick it up. You weren't competing today. No excuses. John talked earlier about two individuals that exemplify what it means and how great it is to be an American. But this man in spades. Not only is he one of the finest entertainers that America knows, but he has used that celebrity status in a manner to talk about first responders and to be here for wounded warriors and spend his time with us at many, many events. I'm going to ask the 10 team captains to come up here right now, because we have a very small token of our appreciation, something that we hope. Yes, you are. Look at the size of these guys. What we have is a picture of the city of Tampa, the skyline, but then we have coins from each one of the teams represented here that we hope goes in a place of honor. Somewhere up. Let's turn it so the audience can see it. There we go. And when all the team captains up and around, here we go. Thanks, John Stewart. Everybody, John Stewart, thank you. Hey, I'm going to try to close out the games with a few highlights of the games and talk about a few specific groups. First, it's been an absolute honor for SOCOM to sponsor these games, so thank you. Second, I would like to argue that these are some of the most successful games we've had. We added 3 new sports. We added wheelchair rugby, we added golf, and we added wheelchair tennis for the first time. We gave out 800 different awards of bronze, gold, silver, with thousands of different competitions, and I'd like to think it all went flawlessly thanks to just a great support group. Along the way, 39 new records for individual on the way to gold. Way to go, athletes. The first team I'd like to thank is the SOCOM team that has been working at these games, literally hundreds of dedicated individuals led by Colonel Kerry Harbaugh, who just highlighted here, who extended in the Army for 1 year. He'll retire on July 15th, just so he could do these games. 41 years of service, backing by a whole team. He's been incredible. The city of Tampa. What an amazing venue. We asked for the fans to come out in the stands. They opened up this arena. They opened up the convention center. They opened up the swimming center out at Clearwater. They had the security for bike routes. Let's give the city of Tampa a big round of applause. Thank you. Yay. Not only did we have fans in the stands, but as I was talking to one of the organizers who has done these games for years, he said, when I had asked for volunteers, when I did rowing in other cities, it would take weeks and months to get the number of volunteers we would need to help put on an event like that. He said it took one email, and that one email, he got double the amount of volunteers to come forth. The volunteers, all of you were tremendous, helpful for our warriors, and it was just a fantastic aspect of the whole games. To our families that are sitting back behind us. You were there the whole time. You've been here for 2+ weeks now. For the pre-sessions, you were loving, you were caring, you were supportive. You transported our warriors to the games. You got them from event to event, and many of our warriors participated in numerous events. You're keeping their timelines, but you were there when they were tired, when they were hungry, and you've been there before the games, and we know you will continue to be there for our warriors after the games. And one of the most poignant moments for me, and I saw a lot of them with the families, was at the field event. I was out watching Marine Staff Sergeant Stu DiPaolo, and he was down on the field doing the shot put. And I was sitting there getting to watch him throw his first throw. And then out of the stands are two little girls, Audrey and Kaylee Ann. Those two girls were going, "Go Daddy. Daddy, we love you. Daddy, this is great. Daddy, do your best." And to hear those two girls cheer for their dad and the love and care they gave for him was absolutely heartwarming. It shows the best we have in America is we have the best families that have been there with our wounded warriors from the moment they're wounded all the way through. And I believe that not only has Warrior Games saved our warriors' lives, but it has saved families, and it has strengthened our families. So to all of our families, thank you very much. And last but not least, our athletes. You've inspired us. We watched you in hundreds of competitions. We watched you get knocked down. We watched you get back up. We watched you compete. We watched you laugh. We watched you cry. We watched you support each other. And through all of it, we watched the winning spirit that defines our country and defines our allies. It was an incredible games. And again, as I looked at one of the competitions, when Petty Officer Lisa Nielsen of Canada got knocked down, she went down for a pretty good spill. Straight wheels down and on wheelchair basketball. We had to get the medevac to come and get her. And it took about 20 minutes. But when you watch the solidarity of the teams, and I watched SOCOM hand in hand with Team Canada, lying throughout the entire basketball court, arm in arm, in their wheelchairs, in quiet solidarity. That spoke volumes to what these games are about. While we compete, at the end of the day, this is still a joint force. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, SOCOM, but it's also a team made of our allies. Because America will never go to war alone. And it's our allies, and it's this joint force. And while we compete together, we'll also fight together. So thanks for showing that fighting spirit. I'm going to ask Councilman Lewis Avila to come up and join me here on stage. I had many Tampians during this week and people from the greater Bay Area come up to me and say, hey, General Clark, this has been awesome. Can you bring the games back here next year? I can't. I really wish I could. I promise you, Team SOCOM will try to sponsor these again, and we'd love to get them back to the Tampa Bay area. But thanks to Mayor Buckhorn and Mayor Castor for getting us here, but it is time to turn the games back over. In just a minute, I'm going to bring in Marine Corps Lieutenant General Mike Rocco and a representative from the city of San Antonio, Major General Juan Ayala, who's going to come up and join us here on stage. We're going to pass off to them the torch, but I'm going to ask Councilman Vieira to say a few words.
Thank you so much, General. It's a real pleasure and honor to be here tonight, everybody. I got to tell you, the city of Tampa supports our veterans and their families 110%, and the output and the work and the contributions that we've seen are real evidence of that here today at the Warrior Games. One of the reasons why I'm so inspired by the Warrior Games is because of an old saying that I really love, which is that life isn't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and come back for more. And whenever I think about the Warrior Games, that's what it's all about for me, which is taking those hits and come back for more. When I see those athletes out there giving their all next to their families and friends and loved ones, I think about people who have taken hits, the likes of which would knock down 99% of us, myself included, and yet you men and women come back for more every single day. People talk a lot about how divided we are these days, but I gotta tell you, whenever I think about the ties that bind us and the things that unify us as Americans, I think about the people out here today. I think about people like Mike Nicholson, people like Lauren Montoya. I think about people like Felice Avila, and all of our families out here. I think about our Gold Star families who are represented here, people like Tony and Craig Gross who are here, and so many other people. Those are the things that unite us as Americans, and that's what this is about. So thank you so much, and God bless you guys. Thank you.
Now, as official passing the torch, you ask the Marine Corps team. All right. Good luck, San Antonio. And the Lone Star State. There we go.
Okay, I'll be brief. I just want to say, General Clark, the entire SOCOM command, and the city and the wonderful citizens of Tampa, thank you for hosting these wonderful games. A round of applause. To the athletes, the families, and the support staff, we look forward to seeing each and every one of you next year in San Antonio. Best of luck. We'll see you next year. Well, good evening. In 2015, I was the first commander of the first DOD Warrior Games, and I knew it was something different. I walked into the audience to welcome the athletes and lined up wheelchairs, prosthetics, and dogs lined up like sphinxes. But that didn't strike me. What struck me was the absolute palpable camaraderie, friendship, and ability to get along. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we know and we're going to enjoy when we see you down in the great city of San Antonio. I want to thank the city of Tampa for what they accomplished. This was a great games. I want to thank the Marine Corps for considering the city of San Antonio and what we will do in the city of San Antonio. We promise you that we will uphold and we will ensure that that motto of the Warrior Games, Eto in Pugna, still in the fight, will continue to live on. Semper Fidelis, Viva Tampa, Viva San Antonio. I am honored to give the torch to Corporal Max, the ambassador for the Marine Corps, for the 2020 Warrior Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the extinguishing of the cauldron, we will bring the 2019 Warrior Games Tampa Bay to a close. We thank you again, Tampa Bay, for your amazing support here this week. And please stand by for a live concert performance from Sarah Evans, powered by Ford, in just a few minutes.